To build a wall or not to build a wall? That is the question. So today we're going to be talking about two main things in particular. The first one being the amount of illegal immigration that we should allow on a year-to-year basis, a very hot and highly debated question. And the second thing is, in conjunction with legal immigration and illegal immigration, we're going to talk about a wall that President Trump has elected to actually create. And we're going to talk about the pros and cons and the reason why the wall would actually make the most sense to enforce legal immigration. So, first point is, of course, there's going to be tons of illegal immigrants right now. And I think estimated there's about 11 million. It's the colloquial statistic that most people have used for undocumented immigrants in the United States as of right now. Now, interestingly enough, there's a man by the name of Mohammed Zarandi, and he studied demographic data from 1990 to 2016, specifically in regards to how many undocumented immigrants are actually living amongst us. And the number is 22 million estimated. So anywhere from 11 million to 22 million people are living undocumented within the United States. Now, what does that mean? That means that these people are working under jobs or under the table jobs. These people are not paying taxes. They're not buying into the social reform. They're not actually investing inside of America, but rather they're taking a lot more than they're actually giving. So a lot of people will say in response to this, look, it's just cool. It's not reasonable to only take into factor economic situations. It just is not ethical. And my answer to that is, you are completely right. You're completely right. And the reason why is, if we take in both economic and ethical reasons, the ethical reasons is a lose-lose situation for America and the undocumented immigrants. And the reason why is because undocumented immigrants live in a state of fear when they're not legal. They don't know if they're going to turn their back and they're going to be deported the next day. They don't know if they're going to be separated from their families. And that's not a healthy way to live. That is a lose situation, no matter how you look at it. And of course, economically speaking, we've talked about that already. So the question is, legal immigration? Absolutely. We should definitely increase legal immigration so that people enter and find legal immigration as the path of least resistance, as opposed to trying to go illegally, which right now is a lot easier than the arbitrary laws that are set in play, and the quantity of people that are allowed legally in is just too small. So that being said, to create the legal immigration as a path of least resistance, you have to make illegal immigration a much greater resistance to encourage people to go the legal route. And the way you do that is a wall. Okay? So a big reason why people don't like the wall is because of the cost. And Gaidi Akikar is a lady actually that I've met with. She's an attorney at law. She's Dominican, from the Dominican Republic, but she's a citizen of the United States. And what she presumes, or what she says, is everyone should essentially say no to the wall, because we know the hot spots where illegal immigrants cross the border already. The plan for her is to say, look, we're going to go in and we're going to put monitoring progress right along all the hot spots. That way, when people go and try to cross, we'll be able to catch them, deport them. A lot simpler, a lot less expensive. Which in theory sounds like a great idea, but in practice, it just does not work. And the reason why is because of whack-a-mole. So whack-a-mole, the carnival game, whack-a-mole, is where you've got this big array of holes, and there's moles that pop out, and you try to whack them every single time they come, right? And when you do that, they're usually fast enough that they pop back out, and then pop back out in another spot, and you're just trying to catch them. It's a goose chase, essentially, the entire time playing whack-a-mole. And so what will happen is, the people that are immigrating are not stupid, like they're smart people. And so when they find out monitoring is in one specific spot, they'll go and shift over to the next spot. The way around that is by building a wall. And actually, one of the men that is actually extremely important in this process is actually, his name is Michael, and he, Crothammer gives on the PragerU commentary platform. He's a Pulitzer Prize article winner for the Washington Post, and he says that, look, this has already been done in San Diego. San Diego built a wall already, and a year afterwards, 90% reduction of illegal immigration was the result. 90% reduction. That's enormous. And so his rationale is, look, we build along the entire south of the United States, And we're not looking to reduce it 100%. That's not realistic. People will find a way over the wall or through the wall or underneath the wall. But if we can take 100% and drop it down to 10%, that takes the fire hose, the river of illegal immigrants, and drops it down into something a lot more manageable. And once it's more manageable, then we can move on to bigger and better policies. And that is the way, by building a wall, that we can end this debate of how we deal with illegal and illegal immigration, and we can finally join together in unity and move on to something much, much greater and much more important.